was the first friend in the industry that when you finished the album completely, you ran off and played this thing for?
Well, that's a good question. Who was the first person you played it for?
I can't remember.
I think
I didn't play it to many people.
you played it to Kate Bush.
Played it to Kate Bush.
This is your Audacy check-in. We are here with Brandi Carlile and Elton John. Thank you so much for taking out the time. I know you have a busy day. Let's get right into it. I know Pete Townsend kind of spilled the beans on this project a little bit. Did you scold him when you saw some of his quotes in different tabloids, or what happened?
I just forgot about it, and I think most people forgot about it. That was no, I didn't scold him. I love Pete. He's one of my dearest friends. So
I didn't forget about it. I loved it.
It built anticipation, right?
Yeah.
So is it true what he said? You guys actually completed this album in just 3 weeks?
Yeah, it is. We went in with nothing and came out 3 weeks later with 14 songs, 10 of which make the album. Yeah, it was a very, very fear. I had a lot of doubt making this record, and I was tired. I was irritable, and the first like 4 or 5 days were really kind of powder keg time. But once we got past that, it was just plain sailing. It was just brilliant.
So is that a testament to the chemistry you two have? Is it a combination of that, and also like at this stage in your career, you just don't hit those dry spells as much writing wise?
Well, the lyrics that we got from Bernie and Brandi were so amazing, and Andrew Watt, the producer. It's the four people involved in this whole project, and it was very much a team effort. All the lyrics I got were amazing, and they were so easy to write to. When you get great lyrics, I write very quickly. So Brandi's lyrics and Bernie's lyrics were so good that the songs came together really quickly, and they were. We had a great band. We had Chad from the Chili Peppers on drums. We had Pino Palladino on bass. And we had Josh Klinghoffer from the Chili Peppers on synths and Andrew Watt on guitar with Brandi.
And Elton on piano.
I was
and me on guitar.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I said guitar.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
I did.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it was one of the most enjoyable, incredibly quick albums I've ever made. It was wonderful. The energy in the room was like electric. You could get electric shock if you touched the wall.
Brandi, now on the track list, did you two see eye to eye on every song that made the cut, or was there something that Elton loved and Brandi, you were like, absolutely, that is not going on the album, or you guys pretty much saw eye to eye?
We pretty much saw eye to eye after that first few days. Everything clicked. We just really inspire each other. And we didn't know for sure. We knew we loved each other. And then we had this great friendship. But I didn't know if we would inspire each other. So it was really scary in the beginning, but we really did. And then everything from the beginning to the end was mostly smooth sailing. And we just tend to acquiesce toward one another, I think, as artists in general.
Yeah. I think, yeah, it was. And also, we filmed every song being written. We filmed every song being recorded. We had 9 cameras on the go all the time. So eventually you'll be able to see the shenanigans then went on at the beginning of the album, which weren't pretty, but it was necessary for the sparks to fly at the beginning, mostly from me, to get that energy going. And boy, was there energy in that room when we got going. It was fantastic.
The best part of the cameras was I never saw one. They were fixed, so I didn't know where they were, and we were forgetting about them all the time. So it's not as if there was a person standing there with a camera. We forgot, and our behavior reflects that.
Well, look, you got a documentary in the can too. I love that. So, who was the first friend in the industry that when you finished the album completely, you ran off and played this thing for?
Well, that's a good question. Who was the first person you played it for?
I can't remember. I didn't play it to many people.
You played it to Kate Bush.
Played it to Kate Bush.
Very cool.
And played a little bit
to
Brandi? Pete Townsend. Yeah.
Pete Townsend.
Yeah.
Who did I play it for? That was really exciting. I played it recently for Bon Iver and Aaron Dessner, and the looks on their faces were just, you can't fake loving an album that much. So we know we've done a really special thing. We're really excited.
Yeah.
Brandi, what does it mean to you having a whole album with Sir Elton John? What does that mean to you?
Well, it's just incredibly life affirming to me. I wouldn't have written a song or learn to play an instrument without Elton John and Bernie Taupin. So this, for me, to say it's a realization of a dream is a profound understatement.
Wonderful. Before we wrap up, Elton, I know you always have your finger on these upcoming budding artists. It's really like a spidey sense for you. It's amazing. I just don't know. And I've heard that you keep tabs personally on all these people, texting them, calling them, visiting them, which is just mind blowing. So what's your prediction for this year, maybe next year? Who's on your radar right now?
Well, Lola Young has a single which is going to break called Messy. She's been around for about 5 or 6 years in Britain. And she's nearly cracked it, but this time she's really cracked it, which I think is going to be fantastic because she's got all that experience behind her. And I think she's going to be huge this year.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, I love the single. I love that you two are collaborating on this, and big fan of both of you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.